Well, good afternoon. Stacey here from Living Well with Essential Oils, and it's a joy to come and spend the next 20 minutes with you to give you some tips and tricks to how to use these essential oils to empower your life, to particularly today focus on reducing toxic exposure. So love sharing what I'm learning, what I'm doing, so that you can then think about how you might be able to incorporate these oils into your home. And so when we focus on different topics, you've got a week or two to be able to go and implement those with your oils if you've got them, or let me help you get the oils if you need them, so that you can, when the next video blog comes around, which is every fortnight, so I go video blog 1 week, written blog the next, you've got then time to process the new information. I'm all about slow and steady steps forward. Okay, a step forward is still a step forward. So one change today is going to change. You can keep building on that, and then, but before you know it, you're going to be so far down the road that you look back and go, how did that happen? And then you realize it's just one step at a time. I just implemented one thing at a time. And that's, before you know it, you'll be 7 years on like me, and you'll figure out and think, how on earth did I manage life and all the crazy that it throws at you without my oils, without my tools, without relying on these to empower my health? It's very, very exciting. So stick with me in these Wednesday wellness sessions, because I really want them to be a blessing to you. So today I want us just to think about one way we can reduce our toxic exposure in our home. And honestly, that is through our chosen hand wash. I mean, you think about how many times you wash your hands a day. I would say to my kids at least 10 times a day, have you washed your hands? Have you washed your hands? Have you washed your hands? We know that cleaning hands is an important part of staying well, staying healthy. But do we actually ever think about what ingredients are in those hand wash? I encourage you and challenge you a little bit. When you go to your chosen supermarket, do you stand there and look at the aisle, and do you just look for the cheapest? Do you look for the one that's on special? Do you look for the one that smells nicest to you? What is it that you actually look for in a hand wash, and why? And I really want you to remember that whatever we put onto our skin is rapidly absorbed into our bloodstream. So if we are choosing a hand wash that does have questionable ingredients, I'm going to call them nasties, and I've got a list of some nasties that I really want you to be aware of that I will share with you in this session. Do we know what kind of damage that is going to our bodies, or if any? And there is some information about certain health challenges, and they are connected with hand ingredients within the hand wash. Remember, it's not the hand wash itself, because I'm going to show you 2 very simple hand washes you can do that are good for you and the environment, and we'll get to that later. So stay with me. But when you're making those decisions, are you based on the ingredients? We need to know the ingredients, and that is the education that I want to present to you today. So, when it comes to our children, we need to really be mindful of what we use. And when we come to ourselves as women, some ingredients that I'm going to mention actually interfere with our endocrine system, and that's problematic. When you're talking then body washes, I love marketing, and there are some clever companies that market their products very well that never educate you on the ingredients. But, you buy this, you're going to smell like roses, you're going to attract this kind of person, and again, we just don't know what ingredients are in it, and if that is actually safe for us long term. Yes, they might have done studies, but, when it just comes to our body, we need to be mindful. We have a choice. We have power in what we put in our body, and I really want you to be conscious of that. So a couple of things I am going to say, and you probably might disagree with me, but that's okay. One thing I would encourage you when you are looking at soaps, and maybe it is, 2 years in a crazy situation that we find ourselves in, there's been a high focus on antibacterial this, antibacterial that. I would encourage you that antibacterial soap is something we should avoid. Now, again, you may or may not agree with me, and that is okay. But in my home, we choose not to, because there's, again, marketing has been told us that regular soap isn't good for us, that it doesn't kill enough germs, it doesn't kill enough this, and then the antibacterial line goes into our laundry, goes into our washing up detergent, and our sink there for our dishes. It goes on and on. So just looking at my notes, so I get it right. While it's important to wash our hands, as I said, chemical-free natural soap and water infused with our incredible essential oils, because they have a whole range of properties themselves, can do actually work. And overuse of antibacterial soaps, these are my concerns. They do or could promote the growth of drug-resistant superbugs. Okay, so what I understand is that, from the information that I've learned, is that yes, it kills. We are bacteria. We have bacteria on our skin to help protect our body, to fight what goes on our skin, as I said, and what we might come in contact with. Our body's incredible. So when we use constantly antibacterial stuff, we're killing the good and the bad germs, bacteria. We're killing both. And so when we are overusing that, and particularly our children aren't exposed to common bacteria, when it's wiped out with all these, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And again, you have your views, and that's okay. But, walking in and out of different shops, those antibacterial sprays and solutions and things are everywhere. We need to be where it's a fine line, isn't it, between allowing ourselves and our children to be exposed to these bacteria to actually strengthen our immune system. So when we're wiping out the good and the bad, I feel like we're living in a bubble. And we really just need to be mindful of that. So I personally stick away from those antibacterial soaps and the stuff that's in the shops. I've got my own things, but we need that is just one thing that can lead to other things. If an overuse of those products, there's a time and a place for them. Time and a place, not probably every 5 minutes, is probably where I'm coming from. That overuse, because we do need to still be exposed to those things. The other thing, chemicals in soaps and hand sanitizers. There is one known as triglycerin, and when it comes in contact with our skin, it actually stays on our skin for quite some time. So we think we've washed it off, but it's still there, and it has some connections to other organs. Remember, whatever's absorbed, even on a micro level, can be absorbed and transferred through our bloodstream, because our body's incredible, to other areas, other organs, and if triglycerin builds up over years and years of using it, is that going to be clogged in one particular organ? And is that then going to cause problems? Or if it's easy to avoid, because there's so many chemicals out there, and some are safe, some are not. We just need to know the difference. And this is one that I would personally stay away from. And the other one that I stay away from and I love that the ones I'm going to show you today don't have sodium lauryl sulfate. Now, that is the bubbles. That is what makes things bubble up. That is in shampoos, liquid soaps. It's approximately 90% of products that foam. It's everywhere. Now, this is when we're washing our hands as often as we do, whether it's out of habit or for other reasons, it can dry out your hands significantly. And if your sodium lauryl sulfate is in the body wash that you've chosen to use, you might find you're dry in other areas as well. It's incredibly stripping to our natural bodies, our oils and moisture. And so that is one that we just love to avoid, because it can cause that irritation, as well as in the skin and the eyes as well. The other one I like to avoid is parabens, and this is in a lot of many skin products. And parabens are known to have hormone disrupting effects. So this can, again, women, I'm speaking to you, like if having babies, or if that is of your, in your future, you want in your future, then this is something just to think about now, about the skincare. And this is why, when I really get cranky, fed up when I see those $2 rubbish things along the Kmart aisle as you're going to pay. And I've been behind beautiful 12, 13, 14-year-old girls that have seen something, whether it's a lip balm, a hair mask, a face mask, a body wash or something, $2. You look at the ingredients, like I've picked it up, and I'm not the person to be, hey girls, do you know what's in there? Like, that's not my place. But I concern them what's their challenges going to be in the future, based on them using that now. I wonder. I have those wonderings, and I'm not sure if you do too. If you're watching this, maybe you do as well, and you're wanting to. If you do have girls, I've got boys, I still am mindful about what goes on their body, because again, they're productive future. My grandbabies I want one day. So we just need to tweak. We need to get smart, and we need to know this so that we can make better choices, because they are, our children are trusting us right now until they're old enough to make those decisions about what comes in their own home. We need to bring in what's safe and effective and good for them long term, as well as teach them how to make their own hand wash. Get your children involved, as I like to. Get them involved in the process. This is so that and sign them up when they're 18 with their own oil collection. Set them up so that they can go and make good choices in the future. Other things, synthetic colors, that's concerning. That's in there. Other things, synthetic fragrance. Now that is something that is in a lot of things. So when I see people, as I did the other day actually, standing there going, oh, do you like this one? Do you like this one? They were taking it off, having a good smell. No point did they read the ingredients at the back. They were really standing there looking, smelling it and go, oh, yeah, I can imagine, washing myself with that and how good I'd feel. And you can, and I want you to feel good when you're using your oils and you're using your product and your personal care product, hand wash, body wash. But I want it to be good ingredients so that I know, I know that you know that it is not only smells great, but it is good for you. So synthetic fragrances contain endocrine disruptors and anything that says fragrance on it that is not derived from essential oils or look. There will be lots of them. Avoid products that list fragrance as an ingredient unless the label states that it's from essential oils or on their packaging. Okay, really, really important. Always read the label, even those natural and organic products. Even after you get used to looking for these couple that I've mentioned, you may decide to switch to natural or organic, and there's wonderful products out there. And I'm going to mention one of them here. But remember, there is still, products certified. There is still, no matter what brand you buy, you still need to read the ingredients. And even if you're making better choices, more, even if it's more natural, more safe, doesn't always mean that it's safe. So please look into that. Look into the ingredients. Grab your bottle of soaps at home right now. Go and get it. Pause this. Take a minute and go and look and see if you've got any of these ingredients mentioned, and throw them out. And then come back to me. Keep the bottle though. We might be able to use that. Come back then and let me show you what you can actually do with your essential oils. All right. So if you're joining me, if you did take that break, we've now looked at the nasties and what you should be avoiding. And if you've had any in your home, hopefully you've just put them aside. And now I really do want to show you how easy it is to swap and make your own and get excited about it. Okay, so one of the products that doTERRA make available for us a couple of times a year, well, actually once or twice a year, actually, usually around Mother's Day and Christmas. So this is a little bit earlier, that it's in February. That they're making the Citrus Bloom foaming hand wash available for us. As a limited time offer. Now, I love Citrus Bloom. Citrus Bloom is a beautiful blend here that includes the essential oils of grapefruit, geranium, lavender, wild orange. So, oh no, that says peppermint there, but it is wild orange that's in there, and Roman chamomile. I love that. And magnolia. So it's florals and citrus combined in this blend here. So I love using this as my fragrance. It is very pretty. It's very, very pretty. So the fact that I can make a hand wash using these oils that I use as my perfume is pretty exciting. This is a great hand wash because it's gentle to the skin, so it doesn't have those sodium lauryl sulfate. It doesn't have that dry and stripping finished feeling, and it has all those essential oils which I mentioned have their own properties. Wild orange has high antibacterial properties, and there are lists. If you can go and find those, to get a good book. I recommend the Modern Essentials or the Essential Life, and they will tell you what each essential oil, what properties they have, and that boosts your confidence when you're making something DIY. You're like, yes, I know that I've used that because I know that those oils have those properties in them, and you can go, well, great. I don't need something that says antibacterial on it because I've got essential oils that have those similar properties. So it's very encouraging. Now, what I'm going to do is make up my Citrus Bloom using my Citrus Bloom concentrate here. I am simply going to add brand new, haven't even opened it. This is my bottle, my foaming bottle, and I'm going to add up to the word doTERRA there. So I'm going to fill it up, and you've got two choices here. You can use this full concentrate to fill up the entire bottle. I personally have found, and maybe just because I've got boys that are heavy-handed, that I like to do half-half of water and the concentrate, because that's all I need. And that still washes and cleanses my hands and gets me a good amount through. I've only used a quarter of this. I'm going to get another 3 bottles for sure out of this concentrate. Now, what is wonderful is it's actually the foaming pump that makes the bubbles, so it doesn't need that sodium lauryl sulfate that I mentioned. So, if we've associated foam with clean, then you're going to get that without that, avoiding that chemical. And I love that. There we go. And there's my hand wash there. Okay. And it's going to smell, it so does smell great with all those oils there. And it's safe. And it just does not have those chemicals that can cause or maybe they already have cause concerns in your home. So if you're open, stick with me, because I'm going to show you one more way that you can play around with making up your own hand wash if you want to explore with different aromas, or once you know certain essential oils. If you've only got a small selection of essential oils at the moment, maybe you've got tea tree, maybe you've got lavender, maybe you've got wild orange at home, and you've gone and found out the properties of those oils, then you go, you know what, I'm going to make one with those oils with maybe tea tree and wild orange, because I know the properties and I know it's good. If you want to do DIY, I love DIY as well. Again, I have a second one of these hand foaming pump bottles. You can get them from various suppliers, or before I did have them, there was once on sale a Palmolive tall 300 ml hand wash. I think they were $2 or something. My local Fresh and Save or Aldi, I can't remember. I did purchase them, and then I tipped the stuff that was inside out because I just wanted the bottle. So that's why I said before, if you did have some foaming pump bottles, in your home currently, and you wanted to get rid of the stuff that's inside it, keep the bottles rinsed out, because you can use them to remake yourself now I use pure Castell soap. So this is just water, coconut oil, potassium hydroxide, palm kernel oil, olive oil, hemp oil, and citric acid, and tocopherol. I probably said that wrong. It's TOCOPHEROL. And you can get these you can get Castell soap. It's a plant-based product, and it's unscented, so that I can make my own here. You can get it from various suppliers. Now, similar to what I did with the concentrate before, is that you put, actually I probably put quite a bit too much there. It's so strong, not strong, but you don't often need a lot. But I've put quite a bit in there. That's okay today. You can often just start with one small squirt. Will often do, or half a teaspoon. There's various different ways to use it there, but that's sort of dilute 1/10 of water in a hand wash. So I have put quite a bit, but that's okay. And then I'm going to use my citrus bloom again. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning citrus bloom again is that at the moment, doTERRA, as I said, have made it available for me to, with my order, receive citrus bloom, the concentrate, the hand wash, and Citrus Bliss, which is another fabulous one actually to add in your DIY, as well as Wild Orange for free with orders over 200 product points. So, you can get a starter pack and a set of oils that have some great oils that you could use then to start exploring this DIY personal care journey for you in your home. I put the citrus bloom in there, but you could have easily put the citrus bliss in, because citrus bliss has nothing but citrus. So you think of an orchard, you think of just citrus overload, tangerine, wild orange, lemon, and grapefruit, clementine, mandarin, bergamot. It's a fabulous oil to have in your hand wash, because of all those great oils combined together in one blend. Now, I put about 10 drops in there, and the same goes. I'm going to add water to fill it up to the top there, and then put the lid in, and we again have a DIY. You've got either option, and you've just reduced the toxic load on your home. Oh, look, foaming pump, right? DIY does work. It might look a bit different, feel a bit different until you get the right texture and you play with it a little bit. So that is why I do encourage you, if you are keen and you are open, to grab the starter pack and receive these products like this that's already ready to go for you to make a start. And then once you've got used to it, and once you've explored it, and once you've maybe grabbed a book or an app, which I gift those that I help, I help get set up with their own wholesale customer account. Once you've had a look at that app and get some other ideas, and you've maybe even been welcomed into our Living Well community, you can snoop around, find out what you've got. Then you go, all right, well, when I've run out of this, then you go, okay, well, now I know I need to get my Castell soap. I need to get maybe another couple of oils that I want to then make myself, or get the oils that are in. If you've run out of the citrus bloom, then you could get some of the oils that are in the citrus bloom and kind of whip your own together, so that you've got that aroma again, if that's what you want. I've got boys, as I said, and I don't know if I'm going to even put this beautiful second one in their bathroom, because I don't know if they would appreciate it. And I don't have a guest bathroom, so if I did, that would be a perfect one to, if you maybe have an upstairs, downstairs, and you got a powder room, this would be a great one to put there for guests, and this one would be in your bathroom for you to use. But I love adding tea tree and other oils for the boys. That are eucalyptus and lemon eucalyptus are really great in their DIY hand wash, because it's so easy to make. It is so easy to make. This will go a long, long way, and you can then even explore body wash and shampoos, and you can explore other DIY products by having just slowly building up your DIY collection, which I will talk about some of those base ingredients in another Wednesday wellness session. But right now I just wanted to provide some education, some information about products. I really hope that you start to see. Hopefully I've activated that part of the brain now where you will see those, a few ingredients. Synthetic fragrance, you will see parabens, you will see synthetic colors, you will see antibacterial and triglycerin. You'll start seeing them hopefully everywhere. Hopefully I've disrupted your life in a very pleasant way so that you see that and realize and go and do some more research if you want to know more about those ingredients. Or hopefully I've just started that flick the flame on for you and your home to think about those things and trying to avoid them. And it's really, it is easy to do with a couple of ingredients and a couple of recipes that you can start replicating and making very easily. So today was really the focus on the hand wash. And again, when we think about hand wash, how often we use it, the purpose behind it, and how we encourage our children and ourselves and our husbands to wash your hands before you touch me. We need to make sure that what they're using is quality, is safe, and isn't going to have sort of long-term concerns pop up. That's my heart. That's my for my home and my boys. So, and I hope that's yours, and I hope that this is why you're here today. And in this 27 minutes that we've had together, that I can point you in the right direction. So reach out, happy to help and guide you through the next steps of either ordering or finding recipes for you if you do have some other concerns in your home. And remember the free product, the citrus bloom concentrate, the citrus bloom essential oil that you can use as your perfume, the wild orange, and the citrus bliss is yours free as a gift from doTERRA until the end of February. Can you believe it's February? Can you believe it? I can't. And I will then, once you do get started, and there are links below to help you choose what starter pack that might best suit you. And once you have chosen that and processed your order, I am here and will gift you a welcome pack with user-specific information and some extra recipes and some extra tips to help you on your merry, merry way. Because the first step is often the hardest step, but you're here, you've watched this, and you've you're halfway there, all right, to making that first step. So now the fun begins once you've got your oils and once you're connected in with your mentor. Your oily go-to girl, which hopefully is me, because I do love and appreciate it and count it an absolute honor to be in your back pocket physically, as in, texting me and calling me, to make sure that you're on your merry way and that you are supported as life throws different changes and challenges along the way too. So bless you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And if there's any further questions, feel free to reach out via email, text, email, DM, PM, All of the above, all right? Have a wonderful day. Talk to you again soon. Bye.